I've never seen anything like this in a claw machine, but wait till you see what it actually is. Now, I'm using my finger here to draw a virtual line down. Since this was so close to the prize chute, I didn't want the arm of the claw hitting the chute. And you can see that it actually works here. So it actually hooks in the loop. So I'm thinking, this is a surefire win here. Look at this. And of course, on this machine, it's got to drop it. My face was distraught, but I'm not giving up yet. I tried again here, and I thought it was in the dead zone. So I went further to the left and used that back prong to kind of work it out of that dead zone a little bit. So I'm thinking, okay, we're good now. Now, I hooked it in the loop again, but it failed. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Wasn't having any luck until this grab right here. It actually picks it up. I didn't know if this was going to hold or not because it was not very secure, but it held to the prize chute. Now, as I went to see what this was, I was distraught when I realized it was for an iPhone, and I have a Samsung. This is hands down the creepiest thing I've ever seen in a claw machine. Let's see if I can win it for just $1 and see what it is here. So the first play here, I kind of missed it, didn't get a really good grab. The second play here, watch what happens. The claw picks it up by the claw. Holy crap, that would have been so cool if it would have stayed. This play here was how I wanted to get it, kind of around the head. There were a lot of edges on this toy, so once we got it right, it was a pretty secure grab. Now let's see what this thing is. When I went to get it, there was flashing LEDs inside. This thing was like alive, trying to escape from me, and hands down, the weirdest thing I ever won. I'm going to attempt to win Ocelot in the Minecraft claw machine. So my first play here, I thought it was going to pick it up, and it ended up just tumbling out, as you saw. Now this play here, we grabbed it, and it just didn't even really grab it at all. Now, the problem on this play was it was very close to the creeper. I dropped the claw right around the middle and unfortunately hit the creeper, but this play, it actually worked him away, which was good. Now, watch this play right here. It picks up Ocelot by the butt. Look at this. This is insane. And as it hits the back, it just falls in the prize chute. What an insane win there for Ocelot, and I ended up giving him away. I have one play to get something from the giant claw machine filled with Care Bears. Now, this is an older style claw machine, so it is a 100% skill claw machine, meaning it grabs the same strength every time. You get a ton of time on this machine to line up the claw here, so it's up to you, the player, to decide which is the best prize to go for. This one had a lot of space around it here and a little bit of air underneath. So as you can see, the claw goes down, and it kind of clamped early here under the arms, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, this claw was so intense because it moves so slow. And as you can see, it didn't go all the way up. I didn't know if it was going to drop it or not. It carries it to the prize chute. First try, we got a Care Bear.
Must be easy when the manager of Cedar Point rigged it for him.
Can I win the giant donut in the squishy claw machine? One thing I like to do when playing the claw machine is check my angle. So I'm looking to the side here. I'm trying to line up the middle of the claw right over the donut. Now, we do not want to hit the prize chute, so this had to be precision here. And to my surprise, the very first play, it picks it up. Will it drop it in right? Yes, it does. Very first try.
Must be easy when it's his own arcade.
Can I win pie from a claw machine?
Did somebody say pie?
This claw seemed to grab the same every time, and the pie is a nice easy shape. If we get one prong of the claw on the crust and the other two around the edges, it should be a perfect grab because triangles with the claw are usually pretty easy to grab. Look at this very first play. I won myself some plush pie. Shebang. Never do this if you have a claw machine on location. I was at a random rest stop in Ohio when I found this one that said, temporarily out of order, a service call has been made with an E1 error. Now, as you can see, I pan over to the claw here and it appears to be missing. So we do a slow pan down to the prize chute here, and I slowly open the door to reveal the claw. Don't do this because somebody could literally just take scissors, cut the string, cut the wire, and take the claw. Which sometimes the claw itself can be a few $100s, so I ended up putting the claw back in its resting place. The candy in this claw machine has been in here for years. I'm gonna win some and see if it's still good. This is at a random rest stop in Ohio. I found this very old school candy crane here. You can tell this candy is just all settled in there. So I lined up the claw here. This is a 100% skill claw. This is an older machine from the 90s. And the string was too short. It didn't even really go down all the way. We got 2 pieces of candy, and watch what happens. It almost flings it back in there. So I took them out of the prize chute. They were 2 different things of Smarties. In the first one, it actually still tasted pretty good, and now for the second pack of Smarties, they were actually still not bad. I'm going to try and win a plush from Super Mario for just $5. These plush here retail about $20, so we're going to see if we can make a little profit here. I went for the blooper first try and it just missed him. The turtle shell was kind of dead zone, but then on this play here, it actually picked him up. I thought that was going to hold, but I think because it caught part of the tag, it ended up sliding out. But you'll notice that it's picking it up here. This claw is definitely staying full strength. It's just when it hits the front there, it ends up sliding out. So now that it was all the way against the front, the claw wouldn't have to return and hit the front on this play. So hopefully we would get a nice full strength grab here and it would just go to the left to the prize chute. It picks it up, and watch this. The claw just slides to the left here, and you'll notice it holds on the entire time. That's how to win at him, and I got a $20 Mario plush blooper for just $5. Are the s'mores in this claw machine really scented to smell like a s'more? Let's win one and find out. So there was Hello Kitty plush mixed in with the s'mores here. I was waiting for the one to come around. This is a 100% skill claw machine. It grabs the same every time and has the double tap technique. So if you tap the button, it kind of closes the claw a little bit early and gives you a slightly better grab. Very first play, we got it. Now for the smell test. It smelled like a s'more. This is hands down the worst thing I ever won from an arcade game. I'm playing this game called Tractor Time at a random rest stop in Ohio, and you press the button to drop the claw arm thing here to hopefully pick up a prize. This thing wasn't very full, so by some miracle of Jesus, it actually picks up this prize here. What is it? It's the worst thing I've ever won, a single eraser head. If you drop 3 rings on any of the pins in this claw machine, you'll win a prize at this unique one at round 1. So the claw has these like fork hand thingies and it drops them on there. There we got one. The one ring got stuck and then fell back in, so I just picked it up again. The second one was like really weird there. We didn't ring anything. But on this one, we rang the same one. I just kept picking them up because I wasn't sure if the same one counted or what, or if you had to be separate pins. So I just kept dropping them on there. Here we have like 4 on there now. And finally, he gave me double prizes because I won so goddamn much. You can win an iPad in this claw machine, amongst other prizes from one of these mystery cups. This is a 100% skill claw machine. You just got to go right and then up, and then it drops it. On my very first play here, we snagged this mystery cup. Perfect grab. Now let's see what's inside this thing. So you have to actually spell out iPad with the letters. Inside, we got a D. And then next, we got this $5 gift certificate for the website. And finally, a $1 bill. I'm playing the SpongeBob claw machine, trying to win a prize for a kid that didn't win. I was going for SpongeBob here, and the trick is to get the center of the claw right over SpongeBob's head. He has a nice shape, and if it grabs him perfectly, it should hold without falling out. And as you'll notice, second try, we won SpongeBob and gave him away.
Here, catch. You're welcome.
I'm back at round 1 playing the smallest claw machine in the world filled with sushis. Now, I went for this one in the back here and used the double clamp technique. You drop it and press the button again. It's only available on some machines, and in first try, I landed a sushi. If you drop the toy off the stick, you win the prize in this Japanese claw machine. I'm thinking, how hard can this be? I looked at the middle one here. It was pretty close. Swipe my card. This is my very first time playing this and my very first play. You have to check your angles on this to make sure you're lined up with the stick you're going for. And as you can see, it swipes it off. Very first play, landing me the prize of a chicken. Inside the world's smallest claw machine is a green-haired plush. Now, I noticed this claw machine had no wins for the day yet, so it might be a good time to play. We might get a good grab, but we didn't end up needing that. It picks it up here and it starts to drop it, but the claw was so big that it just ended up tipping it in for a win. Bounce a ping pong ball in any of the yellow spots to win a prize at this unique claw machine at round 1. So you pick up the ping pong balls with this claw. It has nice prongs on the end, so you'll either grab 1 or 2, and it drops them randomly in there. I'd say this is a 99% luck, 1% skill claw machine here. So we dropped this. This one, it grabbed 1. I was hoping for a lucky bounce in there. Sometimes you can actually bounce out ones that are already in a cup into the yellow spot. Pay attention to this play here. It picks up 2 of them, and watch, it hits one that's already in there, and it goes in the yellow for a prize in a few plays. I'm playing the world's smallest claw machine, and it's filled with freaking tomatoes. This is the greatest prize I've ever seen in my life. I'm trying for this one that is so close to the edge here, but it just doesn't want to go. Now, this time I tried hooking it in the loop. Now, it hooks, but you guys notice the reason I didn't win it is because the claw doesn't make a full closure, and it didn't drag it in. So I decided to try for another one here, working it closer to the edge, and finally it tumbled in for a win. In this claw machine, if you roll a 6 on the die, you win the prize of a purple cat. This is my first time playing this type of claw machine at round 1, so let's see what happens. This play here, we picked up the die, it goes back to the home position, drops it on a 4, so I tried again here. This was my very second play, and it was kind of sideways there. Third play here, watch what happens. We pick it up from the back, and it puts it on a 6 for the prize of a cat. On this claw machine, they actually show you how to win. So you're not supposed to pick up the prize, you're supposed to use one of the prongs of the claw to try and stab the prize and push it down. I was using the right prong, it actually suggested the left, but it was still kind of working. I used the left prong though here to kind of push the middle of the head, which loosened it much more, and we ended up tumbling it in for a win.